here for your Ask Susan Sunday Live. For all your questions, the place to be every Sunday. To create the life you love, to ask those questions, to shift and change what isn't working and pop into something different. So, if you're new, that's what this is all about. Come on in with your questions. It's not a dialogue or a monologue. It's a place to be every Sunday to shift and change what isn't working. And today's topic is, are you creating with tomorrow? Or are you putting tomorrow off till another tomorrow and another tomorrow and another tomorrow? Hey, Rosalind, welcome, welcome. Just gonna have a sip of tea. It's one of those things that I've been aware of for me. So, you know, whenever it pops, hey, Jolene, welcome. Whenever it pops for me, I know it's popping for someone else on the planet. That's what I love about being connected with all of you. Hey, we have an international clientele, so tell everybody where you're from. Let's share the news. And if you have a question, don't be shy, pop it in. So let's begin. One of the things I've become aware of is how many times do we say, oh, I'll get to that tomorrow, with no intention really of getting to it tomorrow, or perhaps full intention of getting it tomorrow. But whenever we say, I'll get to that tomorrow, how much do we shut off the contributive energies of creating with tomorrow, rather than creating for tomorrow? What do you mean, Susan? Well, everything's energy, right? Everything we create with has an energetic connection to everything we're creating with. So I'm sure you've heard that you attract what you are, how you be, and what you be. Hey, Rebecca. So if you have the energies, oh, I got a thumbs and a heart up already, yay. If you have the energies of, I'll do it tomorrow. I can't deal with it. I don't understand it. I'm too tired. I'll just see what's on Netflix. Hey, Judith. You're letting the universe know you're not really interested in creating greater. You're just interested in creating for somebody else, for tomorrow, for what you've decided had to be done, who you've decided you have to be, right? You know when you get that sense of like, oh, yeah, and you don't even have a sense of time or space anymore. You're just like going, right? And you're pulling in all the, hey Eva, you're pulling in all the energies of your future with your future, right? And you just know that's your sweet spot. Versus, oh crap, I'll do it tomorrow. Or somebody call me, tell them I'll call tomorrow, right? I know with myself, I love to be gut honest and say, okay, what's working, what's not working? What am I putting off for tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow? And I realized there's a product that I had ordered that actually doesn't work for me, and I've been asking for a refund, and they send me information. Not a problem, they say, just fill in this form, go here, go there, and my brain is like, rah! So I've been putting it off. Well, what could shift and change that? I actually hired a computer tutor tomorrow that's going to be sitting here with me, going through everything that I've been putting off till tomorrow in my computer, whatever systems that I've been asking to create that I haven't because I've decided, notice I've decided I don't know, right? Never mind what you've decided. Is there anything that you know would actually create greater for you and with your tomorrows that you could ask for assistance with, right? Do you get the lightness of that? So am I psyched for tomorrow? Absolutely. I've got my this and this and this and this and this. And what I'm telling my business is, I care. What I'm telling my business is, we're going to be playing with something totally different tomorrow. Are you in? Right? Because playing with our business, playing with our relationships, it's all an energetic conversation. So what is it that you've been putting off and putting off and putting off? Saying, I'll get to it tomorrow. That if you actually created with it today, would give you more of you, right? And it could be just rereading a contract. It could be just asking yourself, so if I actually sat down with this for 10 minutes or for an hour, if I put 1 hour a day into this, hey Aradna, would that create more or less for my life, my living, my clients, my sexualness, my whatever that is that you're asking to change? Because we're humanoids, we're always asking to shift and change and grow. Yeah. And if you're really willing to be gut honest with yourself, ask yourself, what is it that you're refusing? that you actually could be choosing. Now, choosing doesn't mean you have to do something. No, 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 no. Choosing is, either you're letting the universe know, I'm in 100%, I'm choosing this, or actually this doesn't work for me, so I'm choosing not to create with this. Or, is now the time? No. Okay, cool, I'm choosing to, you're not putting it off, you're just putting it there. And letting whatever that is give you an energetic tug. Hey, Nina. So for those of you who don't get what I just said, every time you come up with an idea or something you want to create or somebody you want to create with, and just put it down, right? And then ask which one of these is my energetic priority, right? Because we're energy, that's who we be, that's what we are. And if you get, if I choose this, will this create more or less with what I'm asking to create with who I'm asking to create with? If you get a more, go for it, right? No matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes. Don't put it off for tomorrow. Do you ever put something that you made in the fridge and you forget about it and you take it out and it's all moldy and it actually doesn't have the energy it had when you first put it in the refrigerator? Well, that's kind of what you do with ideas, right? When you get something, when you have an awareness and you put it off, you're putting it over there and letting it get stale and moldy, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, no, put it down and ask, let me know when the time is, and then go for it. Because you're going to get information in a totally different way than you ever thought, right? I've been asking about my creations, how I'm creating. I'm working on an event, and all of a sudden I got a call from Mexico. Hey, would you like to come and play with us? So we had a conversation. What feels like? Next October. Cool. It's choice, choice, choice. But my choosing to put my focus on events, to put my focus on closing up some Facebooks, right? And inviting people to Ask Susan, right? So I can actually focus, I can streamline to the people that are actually interested in playing with me, to the people that are interested in creating greater in the way that we play, right? This is the place to be. So once I chose that energy, to play in that energy, all of a sudden, here's an invitation. Cool. I wonder what else is possible. Elaine, hi, good morning, Elaine, good morning. Okay, let's see, we've got some questions, yeah! Cool, I love questions. Jamie, I have the bad habit of putting tasks that I have either learned to learn something new or that I have to put a bit of thinking into. Yeah, great, Janie, I love that. And me too, lots of us have that. So the question would be, at what age did you decide you couldn't learn something, right? At what age were you taught this is the way to learn something? I know for me, the pressure of trying to act like I understood this reality. I was supposed to be put in the mentally challenged class in high school. I can remember when we moved to a new school in grade 2, everybody in the class waiting for me to figure out that math problem, and the pressure and the pressure and the, come on, Susan, come on, you can do it. But it wasn't more like you can do it, yay. It was more like you can do it because we're never going to win. So everywhere you bought anyone else's point of view of how you learn, what you learn, and who you learn with, right? You might ask, at what age did I buy that as real and true? And that's for everybody. Thank you so much, Janie. That's for everybody who's listening now and in the future, right? And you'd ask yourself, buying that point of view, does it create more or less for me? Right? When I had that awareness, it was like, none of that's mine, right? So what if I actually created in a totally different way than anybody else I knew of? Right? What if we all stopped duplicating the way that other people do things and learn things, right? How fast are you, Janie? That would be my question as well. For all of you, how fast are you? How much you get it like this, and then you go back to prove to somebody that you read the book, that you saw that whatever that was, right? Well, now's the time to let it go. It's kind of like when a dog comes in when they're wet, just shake it off. When you have that awareness, just shake it off. It's like, oh, crap, that's not mine. Cool. Now what else is possible? Good morning, Janet. Janie, Janie, let me know if that pops for you. And is that popping for anybody? Are we in the right wheelhouse here? Janie says yes. Thanks, Janie. Being told I was not good at math stuck out with me all my life. Yes, feeling like I have to prove myself. Absolutely. And the whole thing about proving, it's a fancy way of saying I'm judging myself, right? So you judge yourself for what reason? It's like, because we were told to, right? We were actually rewarded for judging ourselves, which is really bizarre, right? But we were. So now that you have that awareness, it's like, sit with that. Is it judging me? Is that creating more or less for my business, my life, my money flows? Yes or no, right? If I stop judging me, what would that create 2 weeks from now? And Jolene goes, yes, right? 3 weeks from now, right? How about having a judgment-free March? Hey, everybody, let's have a judgment-free March. No looking for proof. Just go for it. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes. Because the thing is, you are the energy that creates, right? So if you're willing to be that energy, you will attract like energy. Like comes to like. Yeah. So, how many of you put something off for tomorrow? Right? I worded it this way, when we put something off for tomorrow, all of a sudden tomorrow gets a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier. Right? What if you could start creating with today, with tomorrow? What could that look like? So that everything you be, do, said, tasted, touched, danced to was a contribution to who you be, what you be tomorrow. March without judgments this March, Shannon says. Yes. Saskia, judgment-free March, please. Absolutely. Right. Any other questions? Anything else popping for people? Let's see, a thumbs or, oh good, I already got a thumb. It was just, hey Mariana, welcome, welcome. It was just a big pop for me of how much do we put what we're asking for aside when we say, I'll do it tomorrow, right? Now, for those of you who get my newsletter, I've given you some tools to play with. One of the things that I became aware of is, it's okay to say, oh, let me be with that for a minute and I'll get back to you. Get back to them. Get forward to them, right? I'll often say, oh, so when I was invited to Mexico, I said, let's hop on a call and let's see what this is. What is that for you? What is that for me? Okay, let's meet again in 2 weeks with the information that we're going to gather and see what that creates, right? So I wasn't putting it off. I was creating a different energy of curiosity, of investigation, and of co-creation. Yeah. Sarah says, please check above. I don't know what that means, Sarah. Did you have a question for me, Sarah, that I didn't see? Could you put it in again? I'm looking through everything and I don't see it. Cool. What if you get that sense of the energy of what you're asking to create, who you're asking to create, and how you're asking to create. So whatever comes in today, you ask, oh, is this matching the energies of what I'm asking to play with? I mean, there's some stuff, I'm getting so hot I have to take my vest off. This is a conversation. Woo! Sarah, put the question back in. I don't see it. Please. Thanks so much. Jolyn, I had a mean kindergarten teacher who made me feel so stupid in front of the whole class. I know this has led to my procrastination. Oh, totally. Hey, I went to a boarding school where the headmistress had us sit in a circle before we went off to study hall, and she pointed out that when you make a salad, you want everything to be perfect, and you don't want a rotten seed in the salad, and you, Susan, are the rotten seed that spoils the salad in front of everybody, right? What people say about me is none of my business. So, Jolyn, what people said about you is none of your business. Procrastination is a fancy word can be a fancy word for judgment. So I might ask you, what's the worst thing that could happen if you got that shit done today? Or put it on your list for tomorrow and get it done. That's a game I play. It's like, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen? People could judge me? Okay, who cares? What's the best thing that could happen? I'll get it done, babe. right? By getting it done, whatever that is, you're putting it out to the universe that you want more creation, more money, more sexualness, more of you showing up every day in every way. Yeah. And for some of us, and this could be you, we procrastinate because we're looking for that thrill of, I got it done. Because the rest of our lives are kind of boring, not mine, but it could be you. Hear this and see if that pops for you. Right? So you get the serotonin kicks in, you get that joy, you get that paper done just before it has to be handed in, whatever it is, you got it done, you're running around, you're feeling like $1 million. What if you actually gave yourself that energy and played with that energy every day? What could that create? You'd withhold your juicy secret sauce about who you be, what you be, and how you be, for what reason? What secret sauce am I withholding from the world that if I actually lived it and beat it, B-E'-D, would actually give me everything that I've been asking for and beyond? Saska says, I've never done that. Cool. Elaine, would you like to help us stay on track of a judgment-free March? Sure, absolutely. What do you want? Tell me. I can pop in something every day this week. How's that? And come in and respond. Okay, we could play with that. I love that. Yeah. You know, again, I'll just give you that visual for those of you who popped in late. You know how a dog comes in when there's snow on their fur and they just come in and they shake it off? Well, that's what we're doing with judgment, baby. Not yours, not mine, never was. Judgment is a way that people used to control you. So when you bought judgment about you at a very young age, how much was that kindergarten teacher trying to control you? How much was that headmistress trying to control me? She also told everybody I was like a bull in a china shop. How many people try to control a bull in like I'm thinking of conquistadors, right? Hey, this is who I be, babe. Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride, right? Cool. Janet, how do you move towards? Oh, I got heads up and hearts on that. How do you move toward from the bad seed to judgment? I never bought it, Janet. I never bought it. I was born with this amazing capacity to see things 360 degrees. I never bought any of it as true and real, right? Because I use my awareness. I'm like, wow, I must be pretty potent for her to try to get the whole school against me. How's it getting better than that, right? Don't buy it as true and real. Take an aerial view. When I say aerial view, you're here and you're looking 360 degrees of your life you're living. I just never bought anybody's point of view about me as true and real, right? If I did, and it pops up now at this age, I like, oh, well, that was an interesting choice. Not buying it anymore. Because we have these tools. We have these amazing tools about living in the question. Let's see. Janet Bede, love it. Love it, Jolyn says. Elaine, that's great. Janet says, cool. If you're just popping on now, have a re-listen. We've had lots of juicy nuggets in this one. I think I'm talking like 50,000 miles an hour. Janet says, thank you. If you're watching later, press hashtag replay. I check in every day. And come and tell me right on Ask Susan Facebook, what is it you're looking for? And what does judgment mean to you? That'll be our first question. And I'll put it up tomorrow. And let's play, right? I love to play. Let's see what else is possible. If you're diving deep and you're saying, oh, I just can't get out of judgment, Facebook message me. Let's get a call together. Let's see what we can shift and change. The way that a tree has roots, when there's judgment in those roots, the roots rot, right? So if you just can't get a handle on something, it's all that it is that you bought something that's rotten and you've made it true and real. Could be to please other people. Could be to fit into this reality. Again, you're not made to fit into this reality. Let's go beyond, right? Let's create with tomorrow today. That's my challenge for you. Create with tomorrow today. If it's not light, if it doesn't feel restorative, if you don't get a sense of you in what you're doing and being, it's because you're creating for tomorrow. not with tomorrow, today. So if you have any questions, pop them in. I adore you. I love to keep these short and sweet. If you want to check out more, come on over to private sessions on SusanLazarHart.com. Let's get something on, and it's a conversation. I know a lot of you have worked with me. You know that it's a conversation, and what do those conversations shift and change for you? It's amazing. You know, when two or more are gathered, we shift, we change, we go. I adore you all. Live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be, right? Fearless leader is one that does not buy what anybody says about them as true and real. It's just a sense of being. More for you, more for me, more for the planet. Is now the time? See you next Sunday, and come on in to Ask Susan Facebook. Share this with a friend. Oh, so Saskia says, so glad this popped on my feed today. Thank you. And what else is possible? Thank you, thank you, thank you, Eva. Thank you, everybody. I love you coming on in. It's just, how does it get any better than that? Mwah. Have a great one. Bye-bye.